Hello. Hi, everybody. I guess I can stream because I got a warning. This warning will go away in February if I get no more warnings. Hi, Green Goblin. Hi, everybody. All right. Okay. Okay, just let me get my drink. Oops. Good grief. Well, what is it? What is it, Piggy? All righty then. Hi, you guys. Hi, everyone. What's that? Jeez. Hi. I did forget again. I'm just going to give you my email. Okay. I'm going to type it in chat. I've done it before. I don't really care. Hi, you guys. Let me say hi to everyone real quick. Hi, Love Metal, Sweet Misery, Mary Jane, MJ, Nikki B, Green Goblin, Amanda Richardson, Tony, To Boston's Mom, Demetrius, Turtle Fan. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it looked like Dumpling got done and Piscine already had his and thought maybe a few of you were bored. And this should be interesting and fun. I've heard about a few of these. Right now, I'm going to type in, well, I'm going to go into Studio really quick and put my PayPal, but I'm going to pick a prettier song that I actually got some compliments on. This one's really pretty. Kind of Irishy, I think. Let this play. I'll be right back. Hi, Donna Clark. Hi, everybody. Just waiting for the song to end. Hi, everybody. I'm drowning in the music. Ooh, oh my goodness. I don't want it to start again. There. Did it stop? Hopefully it stopped. All right. Hi, Bandana. Thank you. Yeah, I was playing some UFO stuff from... It's kind of embarrassing, but I've been doing it for 2 months. I mean, I've been playing other creator stuff. But this time I got a warning. Now, another time I didn't get a warning or anything for playing other people's stuff. What I got was I kept saying the word SUICIDE because my topic was mass killers, right? And then over 50% of them commit. They unalive themselves. Now I thought because I wasn't monetized, I could just keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, but no. All right, so I'm learning. All right, so yeah, let's just, if we have an issue with someone in chat, just put your little block thing up, right? Because then the person will start feeling attacked and this kind of deal. So Demetrius, I hope you got my email. And yeah, let's see. So did you get it? There it is in all its glory. That's my married name still because all my paperwork, my doctors, everyone knows me as that. My maiden name is Michael, which I am for sure going to change it back to my maiden name. I have the paperwork in my drawer and everything. It's just my daughter has her father's name and my son has, his dad's name and our last name. Okay. All right. Before I forget, I'll read the disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. I also thought if you read this, you're fine too. Allowance is made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Yeah, live and learn. Oh dear. Okay, you guys, I do not want to get... So anyway, I'm just not going to show any videos at all. Oh, thank you. Well, I know I pinned it, Sweet Misery, because it said pinned at top. So maybe you wrote that after I went over. I'm not really sure. But thank you for all my mods being so wonderful, and phone number at Demetrius. Yeah, I don't dare put that in. That'll be hell to pay. You know what I mean? All right, you guys. So this first guy, his name is Randy Stair, and he's 24. He arrived for his late night shift at Weiss Markets in Eaton Township, Pennsylvania, just south of Tunkhannock, on the evening of June 7, 2017. I have to keep this up so the kittens don't get it, but then again, Let's see. All right. So this was 2017. During closing time at approximately 11 p.m., Randy Stair, 24, went to the staff area of the store and blocked an emergency exit in the far back. He then continued with his duties, stocking shelves, cleaning up from the previous day. Hi, honey bunny. Hi, everybody. From the previous day. At 12:10 a.m., he sent out links to multiple files and videos which detailed his plans via his Twitter account. These files were labeled journal, unalive tapes. It doesn't say that word, but you know, and digital set. Randy then went back to the crew area in the rear of the store, blocked the remaining exits, then locked the automatic doors at the main entrance to the store. If you've heard this story, put a 1 in chat. Randy Stair. He was a YouTuber. And yeah, just put a 1 in chat if you've heard of this. I don't expect too many ones in here. Yeah, and you know what else I read, Sweet Misery? When you guys were letting me know, like the first thing I saw is she's gone. Then I saw she'll be back. And it still wasn't registering that I had done anything wrong. And then I saw a little farther down, violation or something. Now, I didn't know till I read it last night that if you stop your video right then, and I guess either edit or delete what you have so far, or I guess just start over, which I would have gladly have done, then that's okay, I guess. But they give you roughly maybe 1 minute or 30 seconds even to do it. And by then it was too late. So boom, my stream was taken down. And I went into my YouTube studio and I read that I got a warning this time. So you know, I'm literally like, because what if I'm showing someone's video and I get entrenched in it and I keep reading and I read for 3 minutes instead of 2, let's say, or 4 instead of 3, and I get another one. Now, if I get another one, this is what I read. A second warning means I can't stream, I can't upload videos, I can't do anything for a week. And you know, it's only a week, but still. Now, if I have no more warnings or whatever in the next 90 days from when I got the one yesterday, this one will be removed. That's my plan. That's all the way in February, but then I won't have any warnings against me. I kind of assumed it was 3 warnings and then you get a strike or something. Now I can't remember. I wrote it down. When do you get a strike, Sweet Misery? How about my last name, too? I didn't know what you were talking about, and then it dawned on me. You're funny. What's your last name? Not that you want to put it in here. Please don't do what? Misery, because I put my email in. But I've done it before in Jimmy's with hundreds of people. So, hi, CMBR, Turtle Fan. Hi, Mab. 2. None of you guys have heard about Randy Stair, 24? Okay, good. And there's more than him. I can tell you that. We'll be covering a few. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Thank you for the compliments, Tony. It's very sweet. Oh, he put his phone number in chat? Did he delete it right away? I don't see him in here right now. Wait. Like Medea says 1800. Yeah, Demetrius, you don't want to do that. It's all right. You're learning too. I mean, we're all learning as we go along. You know, I think I know everything about a certain topic or something. Not with this I'm non-tech savvy, right? But with other things in my life, and I don't. Actually, as long as you're always learning, you're living, aren't you? Okay, good deal. All right. Hi, Donna McCain. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. All right, so I'm going to continue reading. So yeah. So Randy Stair, 24, then went back to the crew area in the rear of the store, blocked the remaining exits. This was in 2017, June 7th, in Pennsylvania. He then locked the automatic doors at the main entrance to the store. How, you guys, how can a worker have access to things like that? That's just wrong. Maybe since this whole scenario unfolded, maybe it's just like the head manager or something. He wasn't even a manager. He was a stock boy, I think. Yeah, Demetrius. You know what I mean? What, you can go and lock the front doors? That's ridiculous. Anyway, he then pulled out two. Can I even say the word pistol? I think I can. Pistol grip pump action shotguns that he had concealed in a duffel bag and walked around the store and killed 3 employees: Victoria Brong, Brian Hayes, and Terry Lee Sterling. He then approached another coworker, Kristen Newell, who had not heard the shooting due to her listening to music with headphones on while she was labeling items and stocking shelves near the rear of the store. Randy was seen on CCTV surveillance camera footage standing behind Newell as she worked for about 5 seconds before he proceeded to the next aisle. All right. Will someone put trigger warning in the Mab was here. He was. I saw his avatar and everything, although I know there can be imposters and people can impersonate. Right there at 7:23, 7 minutes ago. It says Mab investigates. He put a 2 in here, which means he's never heard of this story. There he is. There's Mab. Trigger warning. Sweet misery. Trigger warning. Hi, Dynamite. Thank you for being here. Now, listen, I don't want people to attack Dynamite just because, you know, they're saying something that's not friendly. So, yeah. Please hit the like and please subscribe if you'd like to. I'm 40 away from 1,000. And we'll have a celebration on here when I hit 1,000. All right. After this, Randy proceeded to fire at a glass and other merchandise in the store and shot multiple small portable propane tanks. I never know what I'm going to read or how I'm going to react. This is why my channel's called PCT is Extreme. Hi, Mary Jane. All right. Now, these propane tanks failed to explode, thankfully. Around this time, Noelle was able to escape the store by removing the display at the entry doors and breaking the glass door. She then ran outside and hid behind some bushes and called 911. After a short time, Randy concluded his shooting of the store's contents. He then went to the deli section of the store and shot at another group of items. What a goofball. What do you guys think he was shooting at? Flipping sliced ham? I mean, good grief. Hi, Mark Klein. It's good to see all of you, every single one of you, including the people that love to hate me. Okay, so that's really bizarre. He's shooting at deli items. I mean, not necessarily food, maybe the pint cups and the scoopers and those and tongs, and who knows what he was shooting at, right? Yeah, this is about Randy Stair, 24, who's a YouTuber who shot up a store where he was at in Pennsylvania in 2017 of June, and he does more. But I heard about this story a long time ago. I can't remember the details. Okay, all right. Then Noelle was on the phone to the police, the young gal that was in there stocking items and escaped. Randy placed, oh my goodness, I'm glad there's a trigger warning. He placed the loaded shotgun in his mouth and fired a single round through his palate, killing himself instantly. Okay. I'm thinking of a different YouTuber did more. So this is bad enough, though. He shot 3 coworkers, stood behind this Miss Noelle, decided for some reason not to shoot her. She had headphones on, so she didn't even know he was behind her with a loaded, shotgun, 2 of them actually. And he went to another aisle. Anyway, then it says a total of 59 shots had been fired. All of the shotgun rounds fired came from only one of the 2 shotguns he brought. Randy stated in his fifth unaliving tape that the second shotgun was only for backup in case the first one broke down on him or jammed and he had no way of fixing it. Hi, Sean B. Hi, Donna McCain. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being in here. All right, so Victoria Brong, these were the victims. She was only 25. She was the assistant tag manager for Weiss Markets, or Weiss. I suppose it's Weiss, W-E-I-S. Brian Hayes was 47. He was the night manager for Weiss Markets and United States Navy veteran. Terry Lee Sterling, age 63. She was a shop assistant for Weiss Markets. Okay, now we're going to read a little bit about Randy Robert Stair, the one that did this craziness. He was born September 17, 1992. He called himself Andrew Blaze. Andrew Blaze was an American grocery store clerk and the sole perpetrator of these killings. He had been employed at Weiss Markets. Weiss, I don't know, I'll just call it Weiss. I keep saying that first. For 7 years, you guys, 7 years. Prior to carrying out his rampage, he kept detailed video recordings and journals leading up to the shooting, most of which he uploaded to online forums and social media profiles. In these writings and videos, he expressed his willingness to to unalive himself, addressed the personal tragedies and other misfortunes he experienced, which led him to a state of depression, described cross-dressing and questioning his gender identity. He provided detailed explanations of his plans for carrying out the shooting and explained his belief that these killings would allow him to cross over to an animated world he had imagined. Randy also had a fascination with multiple mass shootings, especially school shootings, particularly the Columbine High School massacre and its perpetrators. In his writings, Randy called the Columbine shooters his heroes, wishing he could have met them, and said Eric Harris was his idol out of the two boys. Wow. From 2007, Randy had a presence on YouTube with his channel called Pioneers Productions, which featured short sketches and collaborations he had done with other content creators. By 2014, however, he announced that he was going in a different direction with his content, citing numerous unfortunate events that had occurred in his life during the previous year. He created his own video series titled Ember's Ghost Squad, EGS, based on the fictional character Ember McLean from the Nickelodeon animated series Danny Phantom. Obsessed with the character, Randy had written earlier in his online journal that she wanted him to kill. Okay, please, rapper. You don't have to respond, sweet misery. That's just going to make him say more and more and more, and then you might eventually get upset. You guys need to just block, hit the little dots, right? If someone's bothering you. Or respond one time, sweet misery, and then maybe not anymore. Because it's like if you get a prank phone call, you guys, you're not supposed to slam the phone down. You're not even supposed to try to talk to them. You're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to just calmly hang up. It's what I read in the phone book in the 80s. Okay. On the evening of June 7, 2017, Randy uploaded a final video titled The Westboro High Massacre, hours before perpetrating the shooting. In it, he described his hatred towards the people involved with the series through an angry prologue. It then featured a crudely animated sequence depicting him and one of the characters from EGS, his past program, right? Killing students at a fictional high school before ending with montages of previous videos explaining the motives behind the shooting. He also managed 9 Twitter accounts based on his characters, where he left links to journals and videos he uploaded on Mediafire. He was living in nearby Dallas, Pennsylvania, with his parents and had lived in Pennsylvania all of his life. The shooting did not receive much attention outside of local news outlets, but multiple Pennsylvania public leaders expressed their sadness and condemned the shooter's actions. Nevertheless, in reaction to the shooting, the Weiss Market store closed until July 13th. So it reopened in 6 days. A Weiss Market spokesperson said, "We are deeply saddened by the events of this morning. The safety of our associates, our customers, and the surrounding community is our top priority." Becky Hayes, the sister-in-law of victim Brian Hayes, set up a GoFundMe campaign to pay for immediate expenses. Hayes was also featured on Nancy Grace's podcast, Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. On June 14th, Weiss Markets announced the store would be reopened. The original storefront stayed intact, but the interior was gutted and remodeled with a new floor layout. Many people who lived in the area questioned why Weiss decided not to relocate the store. In an interview with WNEP, some said they will not even enter the remodeled store due to what occurred there. However, some in the community accepted the supermarket chain's decision. One man said that it would have played into Randy Stair's hands if the store had left. The evil man who did this would have wanted them to move and would have wanted people to be scared and not want to go to the store after what he did. Oh gosh. Okay, I will show a few pictures and go on to the next one. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so these are pictures of him, these three. I am not supposed to show a GUN, like I'm too afraid to even say it practically. So I'm going to show this one. That's him. He looks disturbed. Another one. Okay, that's him. He's no longer with us. And he literally posted a video describing the plan. It's just crazy. If I'm going to show him, I need to show the victims. And then we'll go on to the next one. All right. So, gee, he looks pretty intense down there in that face. Anyway, these three right here are the victims. Victoria Brong, the other guy, and Brian Hayes. That's so sad. All right, you guys. Hi, everybody. Hi, Amanda Richardson. Oh, you're welcome. I thought it was interesting. I have some good ones. All right, so the next one. I got to get a new notebook. I'm like literally to the end. Okay, here's the next one. Turn this off really quick so I can focus and get it done quicker. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh. Ah, fiddlesticks. Darn, you guys. I'm trying to find. All right, let me just type in Wikipedia. All right. You guys still with me? They keep showing this. I don't want the videos, and I don't have it on videos. Golly. Hey, how is everyone? Hi, Mama Shell. Hi, Shannon Perez. Hi, everybody. Sorry, you guys. Is everyone getting along in chat? Or at least trying to? Wow, crazy. All right. Once I ever flippin' find just a reading about her, this is her. And then that's her in the interrogation room. All right. I'm just going to find a different one. This is ridiculous. Okay. All right. So this is her. I went to find a different one. This one I came across about 3 years ago. This is Yandere Freak. She's a TikToker who faced up to 20 years in jail if found guilty of manslaughter. This is how she liked to dress pretty often. This kind of makeup and hair. All right. Anyway, I'm going to read it now. Yandere Freak is a famous TikToker charged with involuntary manslaughter for fatally shooting a friend as they partied in Freak's house. Freak, whose real name is Mary Ann Oliver Snow, also goes by the name Snow the Salt Queen. They switched their TikTok account to private after news of the charges leaked on the internet. Okay, this article was written in 21. Oh, it happened in 21. The fatal shooting happened in January 2021, and it's only now, a couple years later, that we are learning of the incident. Okay, Freak posted a $20,000 bond and continued to post on social media on her regular schedule. So what happened was Mary Ann, her friend, who they're showing here but holding a gun, so I can't show it, thought they were playing with an unloaded gun when it was pointed at a Helen Hastings. Mary Ann shot Helen Hastings as they partied at Snow's house. Ann's statement revealed that they and their friends were playing with a gun left at their home by an ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend had told Snow that he'd taken all the bullets out. Snow believed that the gun was empty before they pulled the trigger. Ann stated that they'd usually put the gun in its case during parties, but they neglected to do so because they thought it had no bullets. Snow pretended to shoot one of their friends before Hastings said, "Oh, do me." Hastings dropped to the floor after Ann pulled the trigger. The defendant said the complainant came up to them and was joking around, telling the defendant, "Oh, shoot me," as they were laughing, and the defendant said, "Oh, okay," and said it went off, saying they were in shock, saying it was supposed to be empty. The defendant said they did not load it and does not know how it went off. Snow suggested that their drunken state might have prevented them from assessing whether the gun was empty. You think? Helen Hastings was a joyous first-year student at Oberlin College in Ohio. Hastings was known for her laughter, enthusiasm, and compassion. I was grateful to have both empathy and excitement from her. To top it all off, she did it while having the cutest Yama socks you would find. She generally just had a great fashion sense. Thank you, Helen, for being a first friend. This won't be the last time we celebrate you. This is the woman. No, this isn't the woman that she shot. This is Yandere Freak. She faces 2 to 20 years in prison if found guilty. I'm pretty sure she was found guilty. That's her, right? She had the pink hair and the pigtails or whatever before. Now she's got this black edgy wig. So, second-degree manslaughter under Texas state law is 2 to 20 years in prison. So the parties met in 2021 in mid-October for court to exchange evidence. Oliver Snow can't use or possess firearms or contact any member of the Hastings family. The court records show that prosecutors sought the revocation of Mary's bond. Prosecutors claimed that Mary, okay, this is Miss Freak, Yandere Freak, her TikTok name, had neglected to attend pretrial sessions, failed to switch on the GPS on several occasions. Furthermore, they stated that Oliver Snow, her last name, had breached their curfew restrictions 4 times in July of 2021. She sounds like a very careless person, you know? So she was an infamous cosplayer, Snow the Salt Queen. And I think this is Helen Hastings. Make sure. Yeah, so here's Helen Hastings, the one that was killed. So young, huh? Well, my neck looks the way it does. I'm just gonna, in defense of myself, I've lost weight. And so my veins are coming in more, one thing. And I used the darn tanning bed that used to be here 4 years in a row. All right. Now, they were close friends and cosplay stars. Then Snow killed Helen. People want to know why Snow kept posting afterward. Oh my gosh, you guys, Helen Hastings was only 18. Hi, Gigamick. Hi. All right, you guys. Oh, thanks, good vibes. Can one of my mods block Dynamite, please? She'll probably just come in. I know it's a woman because a man isn't going to talk about that, a woman's neck. And she'll probably come in again under something else. But can you just block her? Because I'm supposed to allow one nasty thing to either me or people in chat. And she's done two and then some. Thank you. Hi, good vibes. Hi, Joni. I'm glad I strolled up. I hope you're doing okay. I'm really sorry about your husband. Gee, I mean, I'm sure it's probably harder at night when you go to bed and stuff, right? Gee. Well, hi, Track McCoy. Any other names I missed? All right, people are doing okay. All right, nice. My hair? I know. Well, it took a year, right, for this length. And I colored it yesterday because underneath, the roots are really coming in and stuff. It's definitely red. See up close? It's an auburn. Um, it's Cherry Crush by Ferreria. And then you add the red color, the color boost. It's a bright red. And I used half, just half. And I'm really glad. Okay, this is how Helen Hastings, 18, would have spent the past year. She would have been a sophomore at Oberlin College, a small liberal arts school about an hour outside of Cleveland, playing Dungeons and Dragons every Saturday in the dank basement of Burton Hall on North Quad, trying to sidetrack the game by reciting the entirety of the Shrimp Heaven Now dialogue from the podcast My Brother, and Me. Helen, who used both the she and them pronouns, would have chased her Siberian therapy cat, Willa, down the halls of their dorm, picking up the tufts of fur she shed between her paws. They would have flounced around the snow blanketed campus in shorts or a floral skirt, refusing to put on a coat even when their friends begged them to. And when the frigid Ohio winter started to thaw, they would have spent lazy Sunday afternoons in the swing chair on the lawn outside their dorm. She was one of these real free spirits, huh? Oh, thanks, good vibes. Thank you. Right? One of those real, hi, Josephine Rock. Who is she? Who is who? Oh, who is Hastings? She got shot by a TikToker that went, Helen Hastings was 18 and she was drinking at a party with a pretty famous TikToker who went by the name Yandere or Yandere. I don't know. It's Yandere Freak, Freak. And they did like cosplay stuff. I'm not all sure what that entails. I have a clue. I guess you act out things, whatever, or what is it? Costume play, cosplay. Oh, the person that comes in here under different names. Well, I don't know. A lady, I believe she's a gal. I'd bet money on it if I had money. Came in as Dynamite. She said boo hoo. Then she insulted my neck. Then she said something else and I can't remember. And then she said, you know who I am, ha ha ha. I'm not going to throw names out there anymore. It could be any one of the people that love to hate me. Oh, rapper, we're not going to talk about that on here. Okay, that I'm putting a stop to right now. If a mod sees any drug talk in here, because YouTube really frowns upon that. All right, pushing any kind of violence or drugs. That's why I spell COCAINE even. Okay, rapper, this is your last warning. You will be blocked. You'll probably come back under Green Goblin, which I guess you're Gobby, and you probably have other. See, I didn't know people could have a ton of avatars accounts until I used to watch that rap guy, right? That was all against Ernie Shell or something over a year ago, 2 years ago. And it showed his computer and he had like 40 or more, all these different names. Just everything, Mr. Lightning, Dr. So-and-so, just. And anyway, what Ernie Shell wanted to do is wanted YouTube to allow people to have more than one, but like no more than two others, or maybe one other, right? So that there isn't so much craziness. And I think he's right. I think some of the YouTube little shenanigans need to change. Well, it's right here. It's right below you again then, Sweet Misery. You said I removed the comment. He wrote it again. I have TRAP phone to sell you know what. Yeah. Will you delete that right now and put him in timeout? You get one timeout, rapper. Hi, 3 Dot. Thank you. Good. Thanks, you guys. Okay. She would have completed this Hastings. What was her first name? Helen Hastings. She would have completed the first year of what she hoped would be a triple degree in art, psychology, neurobiology. Maybe she would have decided to focus on only one of those things or two, or none at all. They would have gone to Anime Matsuri, the giant cosplay convention held in Houston every year, where maybe they would have dressed as Negasonic Teenage Warhead, the surly mutant telepath from the Deadpool franchise. Helen bore such a strong resemblance to the character that kids at cons would routinely stop in their tracks. She could have done an internship in art or calligraphy or biochemistry. She had done bacterial microbiology work at the lab of her mother, who works in molecular biology. The prior spring was excited about the opportunity to possibly have her name put on a paper. They could have traveled around the country. They could have done anything. Gee. And I'll just show her picture again for those that came in a little later. They assumed the gun wasn't loaded. And they were like, oh, shoot me. And I don't even really know if she said that, assuming there were no bullets in it. I thought I read her friend said, oh, shoot me or whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. What? It's back again? Oh, I don't see it back. Yeah, guns are not toys. All right, that was a quick one. I want to find, okay, now I want to find this one. All right. I'm going to play a little music while I find it so you guys aren't too bored. And I got a lot of compliments a good month ago on this flute song. A Flute's Morning. I played Palace of Roses by Akash before. This one's A Flute's Morning. Morning meaning MOURNING. It's real pretty. This will just take a minute. Is that the coolest song? I don't care who doesn't like it. I love it. Well, hi, Miss Ann Horn. How are you? Is that just the coolest song? I just love it. People think that it's YouTube tracks or whatever they're called. All right, you guys, this next YouTube killer, his name is Pekka Auvinen. And he's from Finland. He was born in 1989. Yeah. So this is a picture of him. So you have a clue who we're talking about. Whoops. As I'm reading you this story. I just couldn't believe it when I read these stories. People just go bonkers. All right. So the name is a bit scary. Pekka. I didn't even. I'm catching someone. That's why I'm here. Oh, you're not here to say hi and hang out at all? That's okay. Just kidding. Pekka Erik Auvinen was born on June 4, 1989, to Ismo Auvinen and Michaela Viorio. Prior to the massacre, all right, he does a massacre. Auvinen had no criminal record. According to the Finnish National Bureau investigation, Auvinen, because he's from Finland, you guys, excelled moderately in school and had plans to graduate in the following spring, proceeding to the events of the shooting. To some people, he was often regarded as a shy student who isolated himself from others and was prone to blushing when he was embarrassed. However, at the same time, it was believed that Auvinen was the target of frequent long-term bullying. Several students reported sudden changes in his behavior to a youth worker, stating that he acted threateningly and sworn to them that they would die in a white revolution. Oh, okay. He said this to a youth worker, stating, okay, that's bizarre. According to one of his teachers, Auvinen was a militant radical who had a piqued interest in both the far left and far right movements. As it turned out, Auvinen was a Nazi enthusiast. Between the month of December in 2006 to the month of January in 2007, both of Auvinen's parents attempted to get him some help for his anxiety and depression by referring him to a psychiatric outpatient clinic. The offer was refused due to perceived mild symptoms, and they were alternatively given antidepressants to give to Auvinen before any attempts to hospitalize him. His online activity. Auvinen had numerous online aliases, including 2 YouTube accounts under the handles of Sturmgeist89 and Natural Selector 89, where he would post videos of various school shootings and other violent incidents, such as the Columbine High School massacre. There you go again, right? Just like Randy Stair, who I talked about, 24-year-old that killed 3 workers at his job and stuff. Okay, fascinated by that. And the bombing during the 2003 Iraq invasion, the sarin attack on the Tokyo subway. Oh, I read about that the other day. And the Waco siege. He was also an atheist who frequently posted anti-theist videos, as well as a fan of social Darwinism. On October 8th, 2008, a video made by the YouTube channel Finbliss uploaded a video titled "For Our Son." In the video, it shows a seemingly normal child whom one may assume was one of the victims. But on the thumbnail and the 1 hour 40-second mark, or is it a 1 minute? Oh no, it'd be a 1 minute 40-second or 1 hour and 40 minutes. I don't know. It just says 140. Is shown to be Auvinen with the song "It's a Long Road" by Jerry Goldsmith playing in the background. The description of the channel states, "I don't accept school shootings. I don't promote violence. I have the right to do my grief in peace. This video, For Our Son, is my way to process grief and roughly translated, in the evening where the weather is stormy, are 7 bounty hunters. They know where the outlaw is, of which tens of thousands have been promised. The birds of prey prey. The channel claims to be ran by his father, Ismo. Okay. Wow. I lived in St. Paul, Minnesota, Gigamic, for 1 year when I was 20, and there was so much snow. I stayed at the Y for a while, and I was way up on like floor 7 or something in this huge brick building. And that's the first time I ever saw a city bus, like in downtown, getting stuck in snow. It's churning its wheels, it can't get out. Yeah, yeah. My aunt lived there, and um, I needed a change and stuff like that. But okay, in the months before the massacre, American YouTuber Thomas James Kirk, who went by the name of the Amazing Atheist, called the authorities in order to investigate a series of channels with content regarding school shootings, which also included Auvinens. However, this drew the ire of the small yet vocal community of online individuals who idolized mass killers, including a female YouTube user by the name of Robin McVeigh, a nod to the Oklahoma City bomber. Okay, so yeah. In fact, that might be the name that I need for my other story. I'm sure you all have heard about the Oklahoma bombing thing. I just couldn't believe it when I saw that. Oh, Gigamic, you live in Kennewick now? I'm not just saying this. Are you talking Washington or Kennewick, Minnesota? Because if it's Washington, I lived in Kennewick for 1 year when my son's dad. We lived in an apartment complex near the. What's that site called? A radioactive site, starts with letter H. Washington. Do you know what I'm talking about? It starts with H. That I think it's a radioactive kind of place. Do you know what I'm talking about, Gigamix? So I don't sound crazy. I know it starts with the letter H. Could be LOL. Hanford. That's it. That's it. See? I can remember quite a bit from like 30, 20 years ago, and I can't. Hanford. Oh my God. What a relief. Thanks for putting that in. All right. Um, okay. Okay. So, okay. Robin McVeigh, a nod to the Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh, who would routinely slander and attack users who disagreed with MURDER, threaten the lives of many YouTubers, including Kirk and the female friend who'd warned him of the dangers and claimed that those users were bullying and harassing Auvinen. At the same time, Auvinen began making preparations for the shooting by writing a manifesto in both. Is it pronounced Fini? Even though it's Finnish? It's not Finnish or Finnish. I mean, it's Finland that he's from. Is it Feeney? Yes. Oh, that's in Richland. Oh, I thought it was in Kennewick. Well, I know Richland's nearby. Is Poulsbo nearby? Kennewick, Richland, Poulsbo, because it's the Tri-Cities. I'm a no. Pasco. I said Poulsbo. Poulsbo. Where is that at? Is that near Seattle? Oh my goodness. Pasco. I feel like a dum-dum. All right. Okay, so both Finnish and English and posting it online acquired a permit to carry a firearm and purchased a gun and several rounds of ammunition. So he did all that while he was writing his manifesto. On November 5th, Auvinen went into the woods and recorded himself. Yeah, I saw that video too. Shooting at apples as a form of target practice before posting the images and videos on the internet. On the night prior to the events of the massacre, Auvinen created several text files, including a farewell message to his parents. Yeah, they show him, out in the woods. There's snow around him and everything. In Finland there. Finnish. What is Finnish? French and English. Oh, this Finnish is Finland talk. Is that Swedish? Or that's Sweden, I guess. Okay. Are you saying Finland is French and English mixed? I don't think it is it? Isn't it Scandinavian or something? All right, you guys. So on November 7th, Auvinen never showed up for his first class at school and took to surfing on the internet instead. At approximately 9:33 a.m., Auvinen posted a video onto YouTube which showed the Jokela High School across a pond before cutting to a reddish image of him pointing his gun at the camera. After 11 a.m., he edited the video and sent a message to the school killings net community, quoting that history would be made that day. By 11:28 a.m., Auvinen shut down his computer and proceeded to the school by bicycle. He arrived at the school at around 11:37 a.m. and entered the basement through a door just below the school canteen. At 11:42, the massacre began when Auvinen shot an upper secondary school student. Afterwards, he began to travel to the lavatories on the ground floor corridor. Several students were confused about what was going on. Others tried to call for help from the ERC as this happened. Auvinen shot 2 other students. The school's nurse, Shrika Karaka, shouted at the students to leave the building before making a call to the ERC when she realized that a student had been shot. While Karaka made the phone call, Auvinen shot a 4th student before setting his sights on her. After shooting her, Auvinen shot a 5th student. See, you guys, this is really bad. At around 11:46 a.m., 6 people had been killed within 4 minutes. A student entered the deputy head teacher's office to warn her that there was a gunman at the school. The deputy head teacher passed this message on to the head teacher, Helena Kalmi. At 11:47 a.m., Kalmi made an announcement on the PA system that told the students to remain in the classrooms and not to leave. After the announcement had been made, Auvinen fired several shots in the corridors and shouted, "I'll kill all of you." However, when he stumbled across the path of a student's mother, who just happened to have entered the building at the time, he spared her. After this, though, he attempted to enter a classroom on the ground floor and shot through the door 3 times, injuring a student in the foot in the process. Auvinen ascended 2 floors up to the 2nd floor and came across 2 students sitting on a bench within the corridor. One of them escaped, but the other was fatally wounded by Auvinen. At some point, Auvinen sprayed a flammable liquid on the corridor wall and attempted to ignite it with matches, but ultimately failed. After the attempted arson, Auvinen descended to the corridor in front of the school canteen and attempted to enter, only to find that the doors had been closed and locked. He demanded to be let in before shooting through the doors and hitting several chairs. As this was happening, a group of people that were hiding in the canteen, that's the cafeteria, right, you guys? Managed to escape through the other end in hidden rooms behind the canteen's kitchen. Yes, it is. At around 11:54, Calmi and an education welfare officer exited through the ground floor door of the old building and ran to the pond side of the school. I mean, when did this start exactly? It's like going on and on and on. He posted the video at 9:33. He edited at 11. He shut down the computer at 11:30, and 11:37, he entered the building. And 9 minutes later, 6 people are gone. And now, 17 minutes later, Calmi and an education welfare officer exited through the ground floor door of the old building, ran to the pond side of the school. Calmi stopped between the school building and the pond to make a phone call. The education welfare officer left for a car next to the sports hall and proceeded to the end of the car park to guide rescue vehicles to the scene of the massacre. Rescue vehicles? That's not really the police, is it? Or is that ambulances? I don't know. It doesn't sound like that. Over 15 minutes later. Okay. Just as he was doing so, Auvinen exited out of the exit below the canteen, cursing. This caused the education welfare officer to flee to the field. Or what? He might not have known he was there. At 11:57, so it started 11:37, 40, 20 minutes later, Auvinen. What? Oh, that guy, Calmi, the education welfare officer, Auvinen shot him several times in the head. Trigger warning. Oh my gosh, I thought he got away. Later on, he entered the school again and ascended to the 1st floor. He attempted to enter the school faculty room, but to no avail. He then proceeded to a comprehensive school classroom and entered through an open door. While he was there, Auvinen pointed his gun at the students, told them that there was a revolution going on, and instructed them to start breaking things. When the students either refused or were confused about what was going on, he fired at a television set in the window within the room and left without firing any shots at the students. Okay, that's just like So bizarre. Yeah, bandana doesn't seem like you can, but he did type a big manifesto of what he was going to do online. You know, and then again, this is probably a small town, and then also back then, right? People didn't have, like, I don't think, did they? The protocol to really know what to do. Um, a few minutes past noon, Auvinen was roaming about through the corridor on the first floor in front of the school faculty room. Meanwhile, the first set of policemen and ambulances were on the scene near the inner court. See, it took them a good little over 25 minutes for the police to get there and ambulances. When he saw this, Auvinen tried to fire through the window at an oblique angle toward the direction of the inner court, but the bullet couldn't penetrate the glass. When this happened, he took up a position near the front entrance and fired 2 shots at the policeman who attempted to approach him and gave him orders to drop the gun at around 12:04 p.m. After this, he proceeded to walk toward a lavatory next to the canteen. While inside the lavatory, Auvinen shot himself in the trigger warning. The Nashville Shooters Manifesto, when was that one? I don't check community posts very much. I mean, maybe I should, but I can't think what the Nashville one was. Like, there's no kind of anything that's entering my mind. Is this recent? A while back? This year? Well, I had to have heard about it. What was it, a store? Was it a bar? I mean, I'm just. Okay, so he did that in the bathroom. Oh, but he survived. He was found nearly 2 hours later in a search conducted by law enforcement, transferred to the Helsinki University Central Hospital, where he died at 10:15 p.m. that evening. Okay, flags were flown at half staff on November 8th throughout the country by officials and private entities alike. And the Finnish government held a moment of silence while in session. Numerous individuals within both the Finnish government and many other governments outside of Finland. Finnish. It's probably Finnish for Finland, not Finnish. Finnish. Ranging from Norway, Iceland, Ireland, the EU, Sweden, and Estonia, have condemned the massacre and expressed their condolences for the families and friends of the victims. Over the course of the investigation, Finnish police found a total of 75 casings and 327 unused rounds of ammunition at the scene. Auvinen's unaliving note was also discovered. A 2,000-page police report regarding the shooting was released in April 2008. After the shooting, numerous copycat threats started arising in both Finland and Sweden. The Kahajok school massacre which transpired on September 23rd, 2008, was carried out by a 22-year-old culinary arts student suspected to have known Pekka or Pekka Erik Auvinen, but in the final investigation, no proof of this was found. Gosh, you guys, so they had another school massacre in September. And this thing happened in November, so 10 months later. Auvinen shot all of his victims with a .22 SIG mosquito. He also sprayed the walls of a corridor in the school with a flammable liquid and attempted to ignite it, but failed. Most of the victims were students, though 3 of the fatalities were faculty members. The fatalities were Ville Heinonen, 16, Hanna Kinonen, 25, Mikko Hitunen, 17, Ari Palsinen, 18, Sirka Karaka, 43, the school nurse, Mika Pukinen, 17, Samueli Nurmi, 17, Helena Kalmi, 61, the head teacher, shot 7 times. See, I thought when I was reading this, you guys, hi, Michelle Finch. Hi, you guys. I'm so happy you're all here. I really am. Hi, can I kick it? What the F and F? You have no sound. Can I kick it? Am I muted? Sweet Misery has muted in big letters. Can you guys hear me? Will somebody give me a thumbs up or something and let me know? Okay, thanks, Mary Jane. Okay, so you guys, when I was reading secondary school age children, I assumed it was 2nd grade. But in Finland, high school's 2nd grade, right, which is our sophomore, US is sophomore, right, freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. They call it secondary over there because these ages are 16, 17, mostly 17. Besides, the 3 adults. The 25-year-old, the 43-year-old, and the 61-year-old. And there was one 18-year-old, 1, 2, 3 17-year-olds, and a 16-year-old. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. He killed 8 people. The survivors, an unnamed student that got shot in the toe, 12 unnamed people, all injured but not by gunfire, 2 unnamed police officers, shot at but missed, unnamed woman, mother of student, intended but relented, numerous unnamed students, all intended, but he relented from shooting them. Unbelievable. Well, Auvinen was never directly mentioned or referenced on the show. There's a show called Painless. He appears to have been an inspiration for Randy Slade. Both were school shooters and mass killers who targeted the high school they attended, shot their victims with a pistol, and had one other weapon. A Semtex bomb in Slade's case. While Auvinen attempted to set a fire, had some sort of superiority complex as a motive, Slade believed himself God, while Auvinen believed in natural election, posted their plans online, spared at least one victim, left messages for their families, and unalived themselves. after their massacre. Goodness gracious. Three Dot wants his MTV. I want my MTV. All right, so now I've got, I think out of all of them, this was the most incredible one I read about 3 years ago. Okay, let me know if you guys have heard of this woman, Nasim Aghdam, the woman who the police say attacked the YouTube headquarters in California. It's incredible. This is 2 minutes long. I wonder if I can show it. And stop it in between. I think I'll try. I'll play it, stop it. All right, this is her. She's very intense.
Nasim Aghdam was widely known on Iranian social media as Nasim Sabz, which means green Nasim.
See her?
Because of her advocacy for animal rights, healthy living, and veganism.
Gosh. All right, see that? You heard about it, Amanda? You remember her? I mean, she was quite unique. I mean, in a way, she was a YouTuber, or I think she was.
Specific style of videos made her relatively famous among Iran's growing YouTube
and
Instagram influencers. For instance, one.
Am I going to get in trouble? I hope I don't get in trouble. I'm starting and stopping it. This is just to give you an idea of this woman, what made her tick.
One showing a rabbit where she explains the differences between vegetarianism and being vegan. In another video, she explains the benefits of eating a papaya. One of her most well-known videos here is one where she's wearing a revealing purple.
Okay, that is pretty revealing. Watch me get in trouble for that. This. Dress. Oh my gosh.
Appearing in the video screen.
I'm being discriminated and filtered on YouTube. And I'm not the only one. And if you go and check my videos, you see that my new videos hardly get views.
She also criticizes YouTube and makes a physical protest a year ago by going on the streets, posting what claims to be
YouTube dictatorship, hidden policy, promotes stupidity, discrimination, suppression of truth. Wow. Can I show a news article? ABC News has it. Do I have to keep? Hi, Lloyd Boston. Yeah, she was real. She's no longer either. I mean, can I show news, you guys? Wait, you're saying yes, sweet misery? So as long as it's not another YouTube creator's content, but I can show news? Stop every couple of minutes. I'm so scared. All righty then. I'm stopping like every 30 seconds.
A picture of herself holding up a sign saying YouTube dictatorship. And then there is a video that gives more insight, if you will, in the life of Mrs. Aghdam. She had fled her native Iran decades ago. In that video, she explains that even though she was a member of the Baha'i faith,
Oh, okay, thanks. Well, somebody told me as long as the disclaimer's in there somewhere, and I said it at the beginning of my video, but maybe it has to be, I got a date, we watching Gilgo Beach documentary. Good for you, can I kick it? Have a lovely time. No, Gigamick. Thanks for coming over like you always do. Gigamick, she's not alive anymore. Play anything for commentary, but people don't like it for some reason. Well, some people can get away with it and some can't. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Her boobs were sticking out kind of, and that's when I turned it away kind of quickly. Probably not soon enough. Sorry, YouTube. Give me a little break. Give me a little break. Nothing anyone can use fair use in there. I know, but can I say it in the beginning of the show, or does it have to be posted in the? I'll Google it if no one knows. If it has to be posted in your live, or can you just say it? Because Matt told me as long as it's in there somewhere. And I said, can I just say it? But he's learning too, kind of. You know what I mean? All right, I hope there's not any.
Which is a persecuted faith in Iran. She doesn't really like life in the United States. And she literally says, in Iran, they kill you by axe. But in the United States, they kill you with cotton, an Iranian expression for saying that she's dying a slow death in the United States. When it comes to freedom of speech.
Yeah, this. Okay. Thank you, Mary Jane. Yeah, she was covered, but you know. And now this might be too political. So I'll turn it away.
Do you think that Iran is better than USA or
USA is better than Iran?
She was also repeatedly being teased online for her comments. Many Iranian users in social media would ridicule her, would tell her that she's crazy. And in one video, she actually explains that she's doing very well and that it's actually the people who are making those comments who are mentally ill. She also criticizes Instagram by saying that her followers are all real. She actually has several Instagram accounts. She also had a Telegram channel before she
Okay, so this is
attacked the YouTube office and subsequently killed herself. One of her last posts there is a childhood photo of herself posing between flowers with one flower stuck in her hair.
oh jeez. It's hard to see her young like that, you know, just an innocent little girl. Okay, so now you guys have an idea of how intense, for lack of better words, she was. Man, I wasn't going to show any videos anymore, and I just did. But I stopped it a lot, didn't I? So I'm going to read this and then show just the little CBS thing by stopping it a lot. It's short. YouTube headquarters shooting on April 3rd, 2018. Yeah. At approximately 12:46, a shooting occurred. Oh, excuse me, of the hiccups. Occurred at the headquarters of the American video sharing website, YouTube, in San Bruno, California. The shooter was identified as 38-year-old Nasim Aghdam, a Persian American woman who entered through an exterior parking garage, approached an outdoor patio, and opened fire with a Smith & Wesson 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Aghdam wounded 3 people, one of them critically, before killing herself with her own firearm. Okay, so at 12:46 in the middle of the afternoon, and I'm pretty sure there's a video out there because she's on camera doing this, and I think she's wearing all black, I think. Yeah, well, no, but a lot of women would leave 3 Dot. They'd be like, you can't throw that word around like that and stuff like that, you know? So, at 12:46 p.m., San Bruno police received reports of a shooter at the YouTube headquarters. Aghdam's weapon had a capacity of 10 rounds, and she emptied 1 magazine before reloading. Helicopter footage later showed a large hole and broken glass in the building's lobby doors. A coroner's report found that Aghdam died of a self-inflicted gunshot to the heart, finding no evidence of drugs or alcohol in her system. The perpetrator was identified by police as Nasim Aghdam. She was born in 1979, April 5th. A vegan activist and fitness personality of Iranian Azerbaijani heritage. She was born in Urmia, Iran. Her parents immigrated to Iran from the Republic of Azerbaijan. She immigrated to the U.S. with her family in 1996. She was a registered member of the Baha'i faith and described how veganism aligned with her religion. She was critical of Muslims and Baha'is who ate animals. She lived with her grandmother in Riverside County, California, and posted content on Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and YouTube in Persian, Azerbaijani, English, and Turkish. Her content went viral on Iranian social media and drew widespread attention. She had protested with people for the ethical treatment of animals, PETA, against the use of pigs in the United States Marine Corps training procedures for victims of trauma. Oofda. Aghdam purchased and registered 9mm Smith & Wesson semi-automatic pistol from the gun range San Diego, a gun dealer, on January 16, 2018. On March 31, 2018, Aghdam's family reported to the police that she was missing. According to her father, she hated YouTube, and the family was worried she might be traveling to the company's offices. All righty. Hi, Arco Show. Yeah. The morning before the shooting, police officers found Aghdam sleeping in her car in a Walmart parking lot in Mountain View, 25 miles south of the YouTube's headquarters. I saw this footage too. The officers did not identify her as a threat, and it is unclear whether they were aware of the concerns of Aghdam's father. Aghdam visited a shooting range the day before the shooting. Police believe Aghdam was motivated by perceived discrimination by YouTube towards her channels. She complained about the company on her website, writing that YouTube filtered my channels to keep them from getting views, and that the company had demonetized most of her videos. Her father, Ismaili of Riverside County, said that his daughter was a vegan activist and animal lover who told him that YouTube had been censoring her videos and stopped paying her for her content. She was angry, he said. According to the San Jose Mercury News, her YouTube channel included strange workout video clips, graphic anti-animal abuse videos, and vegan cooking tutorials. The victims: San Francisco General Hospital and Stanford University Medical Center treated 4 victims, a 36-year-old man in critical condition, a 32-year-old woman in fair condition, and a 27-year-old woman in stable condition. 1 person injured her ankle while fleeing.
Hey, Mom.
All right, YouTube CEO. Okay, this is back then in 2018. Maybe she's still the CEO, I don't know. Susan Wojcicki wrote on Twitter, "There are no words to describe how horrible it was to have an active shooter at YouTube today. Our deepest gratitude to law enforcement and first responders for their rapid response. Our hearts go out to all those injured and impacted today. We will come together to heal as a family." Google CEO Sundar Pichai echoed her sentiments on Twitter and sent an email to his employees describing the shooting as an unimaginable tragedy and a horrific act of violence. Tim Cook and Jeff Bezos, the CEOs of Apple and Amazon, respectively offered their condolences. Okay, so all right, well, that's it for that. And I'll show just this one, but I'm going to play it and stop it, play it, stop it. This is NBC.
This is an NBC News special report. Here's Lester Holt.
Good afternoon. We are following a tense situation unfolding right now in San Bruno, California, just south of San Francisco. The picture zooming in from the air on the headquarters of YouTube. Police say there were reports of an active shooter there. It has drawn a massive police response from what we can see from these aerial photos, as well as a vigorous EMS response. Let's go right now to Joe Fryer in our Los Angeles newsroom. Joe, what do you know?
Lester,
Don't misconstrue arguably anti-YouTube propaganda content played while she has a warning can strike her. I'm not suggesting she worry. I suggest she be wise. Yeah. Well, they know that I'm just I'm covering YouTube and a TikToker that turned to killing. I mean, it's insanity. So you might have missed that part. So I'm not coming up here trying to just bash YouTube. And I think hopefully they're aware of that by now. But yeah, Hi, Brock 54. Thank you, Art, though. I appreciate your, what you're saying.
We can tell you San Bruno police have put out a statement on Twitter saying that we are responding to an active shooter, but no additional details are available about that, whether it started right outside
A huge headquarters,
or
huh?
it happened inside the YouTube headquarters. We know some employees have taken to social media during this, people who say they were inside the building. Some say they heard running, and it almost felt the first.
Are you sure I can play it, stop it?
There might have been an earthquake, then they realized it was a shooting situation. Others have said that they did hear gunshots. Some have said that who were inside the building. Others who were outside of the building also say that they heard gunshots. But at this point, we do not know what the current situation is inside YouTube. Some of the video that...
Wow, that's crazy. I can't show any guns.
We've seen the aerial photos taken from outside of the YouTube headquarters have shown employees and people who are inside the building walking out with their hands up. It's a sight we've seen time and time again over the past few years, especially.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to show any more of it. I'm just not, because they might show a cop with his gun drawn and then I'll be screwed. All right, you guys, this has been 2 hours and 3 minutes. I'm going to end my live. And thanks for hanging out. I had fun learning these details. I need to get my son something. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for coming to PCT is Extreme. Not all the time, most of the time, I guess. And yeah, hit the like, please. Subscribe if you'd like to. When I started the show a couple hours ago, I was 40 away from 1,000. So I'm excited. We'll have a little celebration of some kind when I hit 1,000. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.